Hello. Hi. Yep, it's me. So today seems like uh it's gonna be a really good day. So I thought, why not ruin it by playing League of Legends? That seems on brand for me at this point. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Notice the queues are a lot slower than usual. So I had a terrible nightmare last night. I had a terrible nightmare that uh like my house had been infested by fire ants, and it was like the worst thing ever. Like I don't know how to. I don't know. That's like what my dreams are like outlandish but like believable things, you know. But yeah, a terrible dream that my house had been infested by fire ants, and I was desperate to get rid of them. And they had like a giant mound out in like the front yard. Oh, there we go. Top lane. We got this. We got this. Mm, yeah. I think I'm gonna ban Yorick.
It's your funeral.
I didn't have a lot of difficulties against Yorick when I'm playing Ornn. Excuse me. Here we go. Mm, 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 mm. if you guys catch any noise in the background, it's my fan I've got over in the corner. It's a little hot in here today, so I've got the fan running. It's been really hot where I am lately, like all of a sudden. Which I mean, I guess that's, that's summer, but still. I guess I'm up against. Yeah, I guess it would be Gwen. There we go. So lately, right? I've been thinking about Kirby,
Solitude always meets my
specifically,
expectations.
uh, Nintendo Kirby, but like more specifically the Kirby Right Back at Ya cartoon.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
That was a show I watched a lot when I was younger, which, well, when I was younger, I guess was
30
any
seconds
point
until
before
ring
this one, but you know what I
scan.
mean, when I was a wee child. Uh, and I don't know, it just kind of like popped back into my head.
Minions have spawned.
Zareth. Zareth? Oh, Zareth. Yeah, go ahead, spam pings. Not like that garbage doesn't fill up everyone's pages. Like, I don't know, the ping
Dreams
culture.
who sharpen scissors? Why, dreams do come true.
It is childish to favor one tool over another. But hammer is my favorite.
Oh, oh, that's annoying.
A mountain and a world tree. It's a weird century.
Mm, this is obnoxious. Okay, starting to make a dent here. Also been thinking, like, on the topic of other cartoons, I also been thinking about uh, Camp Lazlo, which was a Cartoon Network show. Oh, looks like Kane is getting into trouble down there. Let's see if we can help out.
That's done.
Nice. But yeah, Camp Lazlo was this Cartoon Network show about a bunch of animal kids who went to a summer camp called Camp Kidney, and it was about their various misadventures as they try to have a good summer, you know. Oh, accidentally boosted the wrong thing. Oh well, it's fine. Let's see here. I guess we'll go Sunfire. But yeah, I specifically remember like one episode, right? So the camp nurse, because the camp had a nurse, was a pink shark named Nurse Leslie. And one episode, Nurse Leslie realized that they had like a bunch of like time off that they'd never cashed in, so Nurse Leslie got to go on vacation. Also, I don't think it was ever clarified like whether or not Nurse Leslie was like a boy or a girl. So, you know, props to Nurse Leslie out here representing, you know. But besides the point, Nurse Leslie was like only scooted around like on a stool, like like a wheel stool, like a desk chair. Like didn't walk anywhere. So Nurse Leslie gets some time off, and like, oh, what's Nurse Leslie gonna do for vacation? And decided, like, I don't know, like how, like, but like the main characters, which, so the main characters of the show were a monkey named Laszlo, which is, you know, where the Camp Laszlo comes from, obviously. An elephant named Raj, and a albino pygmy rhino named Clam. Keep in mind, like, even though like elephant and a rhino and a monkey, they're not to scale. Like they're all roughly the same size. Clam's a little smaller because you know he's a pygmy rhino, but they managed to convince Nurse Leslie like to vacation at Camp Kidney. And she ends up getting like lost, he or she, because it looks like Kane's getting angry in the chat. So Nurse Leslie like goes out to camp like in the forest or something, and gets caught in a bear trap. Like the wheel of their chair gets caught in a bear trap. So you know they're like, you know, like what now? You know, like I can't move. You know, and they're like, well, just use your legs. You know, but it's been years. You know. But Nurse Leslie like eventually gets up out of the chair and starts to walk, and then immediately, uh, immediately their legs just like break like 20 different ways. So Nurse Leslie is like lying on the ground with like two broken legs, and they're like, "How are we gonna get Nurse Leslie back to camp, right?" And Nurse Leslie's like, "Make a stretcher." Which, by the way, Nurse Leslie weirdly unfazed. having both of their legs broken in several places. Nurse Leslie has always kind of just been shown to be like kind of miserable, which I guess is played for laughs, but is kind of sad now that I think about it. Um, anyways, I don't know where my rival is. Anyways, so Nurse Leslie like just make a stretcher, but like they just ignore Nurse Leslie and they're like, all right, so here's the idea, right? We'll find a bear, like not like a person bear, like a wild bear, and we'll teach it to juggle pine cones. And then after it's mastered juggling, we'll cover Nurse Leslie in pine cones to make the bear think that they're a giant pine cone, and then which they will then juggle back to camp. And I don't know, just like the absurdity of that, like always sort of just like stuck to the back of my mind. Game over. It's only 3-1, and it's only been 10 minutes. Okay, so everyone's down bot, so I don't like that. What the fuck? Oh, she does magic damage. Right? Does she do magic damage? I thought she did. I thought she did physical. Well, don't I feel foolish?
An enemy has been
I
slain.
should have done Jock Show. Get him, boy! Or not. That also this cool, you know. I mean, I guess he does have two. He is 2 levels down, and also he's not very good. But you know, that's besides the point. Yeah, I guess that. But that always kind of just like stuck in the back of my mind. Other TV shows. I watched a lot of Cartoon Network growing up. Specifically, Ed Nettie,
Labor is life's greatest pleasure.
Samurai Jack. Uh, what else was there? Chowder, which like Chowder's a weird egg, right? So anyone who doesn't remember Chowder, Chowder is a show about this young boy named Chowder, which I mean he's not like a human. Like everyone on that show is like some kind of animal or like weird creature. I don't know. It's like a fantasy world. This seems like a bad idea. Um. So anyway, Chowder is like this cat, bear, rabbit thing. But he wants to be a great chef when he grows up. So he has like a live-in apprenticeship with his teacher, Mung Dal. Which, by the way, like everyone in this show is like named after food. Except for the characters that are food, because there's also like living food. Like all the characters that are food, they just have like normal names, like Larry the Jingleberry or Todd the Beefcake. Oh boy. Let's see here. Oh, we need to get some magic
Turret plating
resistance.
will soon fall. An enemy has been slain.
Look at all these lazy trees.
What was I talking about? Um, boy.
An enemy has been slain.
It's not ideal. And break the turret, I guess. We'll make it work. What was I talking about? Chowder. So Chowder wants to be a great chef, and he has a live-in apprenticeship with his mentor Mung Dal, uh, as well, and he also works with Mung Dal's assistant Schnitzel, who is a giant rock monster who only says Rada, but everyone else like understands what he says. So it's kind of like a Groot situation, I guess. He's like, Rada, 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 and everyone's like, that's true, Schnitzel. And, you know, everyone just, like, restates what he says, you know, so that way we as the, like, audience can get a gist of what he said, even though, I don't know, if, like, I feel like if you were gonna have, like, a Groot character that, like, can only say, like, the one word or, like, one phrase or whatever, like, just own it. And just, like, don't even have subtitles, like, he just says gibberish and people are like, yeah, no. You know, or like, just reply like how people do. Like, when you talk to a person, you don't usually, like, restate, like, everything they've said, you know?
An ally has been slain.
Anyways, that's not the point. So the whole point of the show, right, is that they're supposed to be, like, cooking and shit, but they only do that for, like, really, like, it's kind of like a Futurama situation where it's like, didn't we used to deliver packages? It's like the first couple episodes are about cooking, and then they're like, no, we'll just do, like, crazy shit, you know? Which they do a lot of.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain.
Oh, great. Oh, so Kane is tilted. Well, I mean, that's on brand, I guess, but you know.
Enemy rampage.
Gods do not need followers. Followers need gods.
Mm.
You stay here.
Yeah, Child is one of those shows that, like the first couple episodes, like, focus on, like, the actual point, which is, I guess, the cooking. But I don't know, like, later episodes, like, just sort of devolved into, like, you know, colors and shapes and gross out humor. I don't know, it was kind of sad because I thought it was an interesting premise for a show.
Shut down.
Ooh, this ain't looking too good. I gotta stick it out, at least until teleport comes back up.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Got the first turret at least. Okay, so I guess we're not engaging then. Hmm. Heralds? I've never seen it referred to that way. They usually just call it Shelly. Let's see. What other Cartoon Network shows can I talk about? So there's Samurai Jack, which I assume most people know about. Uh, but for anyone who is uninitiated, Samurai Jack is about a samurai who everyone just calls Jack. His real name is like never actually specified. Like they always just call him Jack. Oh gosh, am I gonna make it? Uh. So his destiny is to defeat a dark spirit named Aku, who's taken over the world, or at least Japan. Um, uh, but like so he spends like his whole life like training to fight Aku, and then he eventually like grows up and goes back to Japan to go and defeat Aku. But then during his fight, he gets sent to the future, like way, way in the future, where Aku like controls the whole world. And so the point of his his mission goal like shifts from defeating Aku to finding a way back to the past. And that's where the theme it had that theme song like gotta get back to the past, Samurai Jack. Whatcha? I don't know. It was really cool, like really stylish. It was made by the same guy who did Dexter's Laboratory, Gendy Tartakovsky, which I mean, again, like I like it, very well known. Like everyone was watching Samurai Jack back in the day.
Your turret has been destroyed.
My work's
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Kane ain't transformed yet. And he's pinging people who aren't even alive. And he's going in for a 1v4 5. I mean, I guess he got one, but oh, sorry, son, you dead.
An ally has been slain.
We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. Do the best we can.
Enemy killing spree. Enemy rampage. Shut down.
I was talking about the Kirby show earlier. So that show was like obviously based on the Nintendo property by HAL Laboratories Kirby from, Kirby. Uh, Follows the adventures of Kirby as he faces off against monsters sent by NME, the CEO of Nightmare Enterprises. So the setting of that show, right? It takes place on in Dreamland, which is, like a nation of some sort on the planet Popstar, which is where most of the things take place. So the setting is that like there in Dreamland there's this there's a city called Cappy Town where all the Cappies live, which are if the Cappies are if you've played a Kirby game, they're the enemies with like the mushroom hats and like the weird sort of bodies, like they sort of like dance around and then like the mushroom like jumps off their head
Potential.
and then they kind of like dance. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, it frames them as being sort of like the citizens. Oh. Bam. Anyway, and of course King Dedede is like the king of
Ally has been
Dreamland or whatever.
enemy double.
So anyway, there's a problem in Dreamland where like the sheep that they farm are disappearing. Well, I don't mean like disappearing, I guess. Like it's pretty explicit that like they are being eaten by a giant monster, and there's little that the Cappies can do on their own to stop it. Uh, and of course the monster is from Nightmare Enterprises and was like bought by King Dedede to keep as like a pet or whatever because he's insane. Uh, Anywho, Kirby is in his spaceship flying through space. The warp star. And he's just like sleeping. Kirby's in like some sort of like giant hibernation. And his ship like detects the monster signal.
Shut down.
And so it wakes up Kirby and like immediately uh sets a course for Dreamland. So he's on his way there. Oh, thank you. So yeah, Kirby shows up in Cappy Town. Everyone's like, "What is this weird sort of pink puffball?" Because he's not a Cappy, so he's like some sort of space alien. They immediately assume that Kirby is the one eating all the sheep, which is, doesn't really make any sense because Kirby just showed up, and the sheep have been disappearing for a while now.
Your turret has been destroyed.
But you know, everyone gets to know Kirby, and they're like, oh, he's actually pretty cool. So he probably didn't eat the sheep. And then they find out that like the real monster was like a giant octopus that like breathes fire. Oh yeah, baby. But yeah, anyway, Kirby beats the monster by showing off his ability to like copy enemy powers. And he saves the day, and everyone loves him. Also, Kirby can't talk; he just says "Poyo." Yeah, that was a show I always liked. I'm sad that Nintendo never like did anything with it. I guess. Like, I mean, I guess that like it was meant to be secondary to the uh like Kirby games, of course. But I don't know. I thought it was a really neat like I thought it was a good show, and I wish they'd like done something with it. Like it's like if you even want to like watch the show, you know, there isn't really anywhere to even watch it, which is never a good sign. I think maybe you can buy it on iTunes, but you know, I don't I don't even know if that's true anymore. Uh, it was on 4Kids,
Has destroyed a turret.
which was this programming block that was well known for bringing anime to the States before things like Crunchyroll were a thing, you know. And I don't know, like a lot of people shit on 4Kids like for censorship and like how they do translations and stuff. But I think you gotta frame it like of like, you know, they were kind of in unexplored territory. Like anime was pretty rare in the US at the time. So I don't know. I've seen some people like ask like, you know, like if we were living in, oh god, she's just ignoring me. Well, that's horrid. Um, okay. Let's figure out our game plan here. Kane just out here farming while the base gets fucked. Okay. Or sorry, fricked. Trying not to curse so much. She's level 18. None of us are there yet. Yeah, 4Kids. You know, a lot of people like shit on 4Kids now because, like, you know, of the I already mentioned like the censorship and the uh, like the dubbing and stuff being of low quality. But like they were out here doing shit like way before. Like they were ahead of their time in a way, and like I respect it. You know, like if it wasn't for them, like how many of us would have been introduced to things like anime? You know. And it's interesting to think like if they had stuck around, how would they have like taken other properties that like are well known today? How would they have marketed them? I guess towards today's youth. Uh, 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 hmm. gosh. Oh boy, and super minions are... It's a shame because I feel like individually we're good, but apparently no one knows how to work as a team, so, you know, it doesn't matter. Let's see. In the same vein of 4Kids, because I think 4Kids eventually like are merged into the CW. And I remember on CW there was a show that I used to watch called Chaotic, right? So Chaotic was this kind of, I don't know if I want to call it anime because I don't think that's accurate, but it seemed anime inspired, but it was like a Flash cartoon, right? Like it was made in Adobe Flash. That was about like a sort of secret alternate world, right? So in our world, I'm doing like that's with finger quotes, which you know obviously you can't see. Uh, in our world, Chaotic is just like a game, like like an online card game, like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. That like lots of people will play. Oh, oh boy. Okay. Hmm. But yeah, so there's this kid named Tom, and his best friend's name is Kaz, and they're both like way into this card game that everyone's playing. Uh, and so Tom is like up and coming, like like he's getting good, you know. So one day, like while he's playing against someone like online, he gets this email that like gives him a code to put in his that like all the people who play like they've got like these little like PDA things that like keep track of all their cards and like let them communicate with people. Like it's actually like it's like in a lot of ways it's like a smartphone, I guess, like before smartphones were even a thing. So that was pretty cool. Uh, and he like gets a code to put in his PDA, and when he does, you know, at first he's like, "Oh, this it ain't shit. Like it just turned off my thing." But in actuality, what it's done is it's transferred his consciousness, right? Like it's kind of weird how it works because so it like copies your consciousness and then transports it to the world of Chaotic. Like it turns out Chaotic actually exists, and it's like a real place with like all the monsters and magic and stuff is real. And by going to this alternate world, they can like engage in card battles. Like they use their PDAs as like scanners. They scan the monsters and then they become the monsters in their matches. So it's a pretty cool concept for a show. Another one of those things that kind of like just ended before its time, you know? But at the same time, it was kind of niche, so I see like why it didn't catch on. So it's interesting, right? Because the first season of that show was Flash animated, and you know it's stylized. I mean, it looks fine, I guess. Although I wouldn't call it like pretty or anything. Like it's fine. It's serviceable, you know. the second season they actually went ahead and they went for like a full like anime aesthetic, which I thought was weird. I don't know. It's always jarring that like it looks good, like it's not bad or anything, but it's always jarring to like you have a show that was like made in one style and then it gets switched over to another.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Hmm. Let's see here. We're gonna need more MR.
Rampage. An enemy has been slain.
You want it, you gotta work for it.
You have been slain.
Broke my beard.
An enemy has been slain.
A long match. Bigger's dead. Yep. God, that is absurd.
An enemy has been slain.
What do you want anyone to do? I mean, I guess they could be backing the base right now, but they won't make it in time.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yep, there it goes.
A summoner has disconnected.
All right, so we're not off to a great start, but we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. Do, 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 do. Another game I've been playing lately is Nioh, Nioh, on PlayStation. That game is pretty good. I mean, it's very obviously like a Souls-like, but I don't know what that click was. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. It's very obviously like a Souls-like, but it's got certain things that like set it apart. Like the combat is much more fast-paced. I guess in a way that kind of makes it more like Bloodborne, although I don't want to call it Bloodborne because it's not quite. I don't know. It's weird. Um, so that game's been pretty good. I'm only a little bit of the ways into it. I mean, I think like I don't really. I guess I don't really know, but but yeah, that's been pretty fun. Like it's kind of hard to get into, but like sort of once you get into it and you understand the mechanics, it's a lot more accessible. It keeps making noises. What are these noises? Oh yeah, it is Pride Month, which I support the I do support the month of Pride. Uh, you should be You should be prideful. Whoever you are, you don't just wait till June to be prideful though. Like you should always be prideful of who you are. Always be proud. You know, there's nothing wrong with like anyway. Before I say something weird, Pride Month. Okay, so all right, so I'm about to go on a tangent here. I don't like someone's gonna take this out of context. All right, I support Pride Month and I support LGBT endeavors. However, I don't like corporations uh profiting off of it, right? So a good example, right, is like so obviously I mean we just saw it here in League, like with the missions and stuff. Um, One thing I read about the other day was that in Overwatch 2, uh, they have like a Manhattan map, like a map based on New York, and they like dressed it up for Pride Month, like for a Pride parade. Uh, which is cool or whatever. Which like I can respect the idea of it, but the problem is that like it's not like accessible for everyone, right? Like if you live in a country that
It's your funeral.
does not honor Pride Month, or you live in a country where gay people don't have like rights or whatever, like you can't like you don't get the Pride Month map. And it's like if you really cared about double ban Yorick, he's not just banned, he's double banned. Do I want to play as Ornn't? Yeah, let's shake it up. Let's try it. Let's play some Scion.
Rest is for the living.
I think one of these. Uh, no. Yeah, that one will work. That'll be fine. Um, but yeah, like if you live in a country where you know homosexuality is not respected, then like you don't have access to these resources. Like if you log on to Overwatch, then it's not it's not there. So I think that really like if they actually cared about Pride Month, they would be like it would be accessible for all regardless of any like legal implications. Like that would show some solidarity with people who live in countries that do not respect. Because like I live in North America. I mean I can't say for certain what it's like in other countries because I've never left. I know, but it's expensive to leave. Um, and also like the nearest other country I guess to me would be like Canada, which is just like America light, I guess. Uh, but I don't know. It sort of just like reaffirms that like it's not about like the philosophy of like free love or whatever. It's just about like the marketability, which I don't like. I feel like the commodification of it doesn't really help it, and in some ways it might actually harm it because it just goes to show that like these big companies and stuff that talk a big game, like really they're just in it for the money, which we all know, like we're all aware, but it's still sad. Sad. But here in North America, I mean, it depends greatly on what state you're from, I guess, but for the most part, homosexuality is accepted in our society, at least in the less religious. areas. There's a pretty big there's a pretty big like cultural divide like in America. Well, I mean, there's a lot of different cultural divides, but one of the biggest ones is between people who are religious and people who are non-religious. And I'm not like this isn't something that like I'm gonna throw on everyone. I've got friends who are religious, and they are genuinely good people who like want to help and support others. But people who people there are a lot of people in my area who are religious and not very helpful or supportive towards others, and actually they are quite judgmental, you know, towards others who live different lifestyles to them.
I am just a prototype. I say they got it right the first time.
And I'm gonna say that like in general, those more religious communities are not very accepting of LGBT endeavors.
First blood.
Are they all
An
down
ally
there?
has been slain.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Minions have spawned.
Not Ornn. Okay. Or not Ornn. Olaf. But yeah, it's all about the money and I don't know. It's all about like the dynamics of money and power, like whether or not people actually like believe it or they just do it because everyone else is doing it. I don't know. That didn't go very far. Thought they fly a lot farther than that. But yeah, I know that there are some countries out there like I also read the news that like Uganda passed some pretty strict legislation. I mean, I don't even know if strict is the right word. Like if what I read is accurate, then that's pretty fucked up. That like uh gay people can basically be like tried and imprisoned like just for being gay. Bam. All according to Kaikaku.
Why develop further?
An enemy has been slain.
Perfection.
I can go back and get my chain vest. But yeah, Uganda not too great for gay people down there. Oh. Get him, boy! Get him!
An enemy has been slain.
Well done. Ah, jeez.
Pleasure from this. I have surpassed all my maker's hopes and fears.
Okay, 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 okay.
Tear the metal from Runeterra and throw the rest away.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Progress. Sacrificing your lives.
Enemy killing spree.
I do not tire. I do not bleed.
See if we can get a gank.
Machines do not bleed. I am pure by design.
Oh. I'm gonna just have to back.
Sorry. I'll be back.
I guess we'll just use our ult to get back to
I grow strong.
lane here. Oh no! What am I doing? What am I doing? Oops. So I clicked on the map. Well, you're not supposed to click on the map. You're supposed to click on
Enemy rampage.
the screen.
Shut down.
Whatever.
An enemy has been slain.
Empathy is a break on the wheel of progress. I will make good use of your surviving components. I am fully functional. Merely fuel. I was designed to supplant you. Commence termination.
I don't know where my laner went.
Peace in my time.
Shut down.
Ow. Yeah, I can't do anything to save that. Slavery bad. Slavery bad. That's the only thing I probably agree with Scion on. Well, I mean, I guess he didn't technically say that. Slavery bad. Also, just a quick reminder for anyone who thinks slavery doesn't exist in the United States anymore. The United States prison system is pretty explicit that, you know, prisoners are just, you know, slaves basically. Like the 13th Amendment even says that like slavery, no person shall be, you know, enslaved except for uh, as punishment for a crime. So literally, like, yeah, which I think is also fucked up. Our whole system of like crime and punishment is like way skewed towards profits and shit. I don't know what I'm doing down here.
Enemy killing spree. Shut down.
Anyway, just a quick reminder that our justice system is,
An enemy has
like
been
many things,
slain.
skewed towards profit as opposed to, you know, making the world an actually better place.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm faster than him.
Slain an enemy.
Is a human delusion. How can you improve on something not
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Turret plating will soon fall.
I only need to start hard pushing.
gaze never falls upon you? Take the pain drain.
has been slain. An ally has been slain. Killing spree. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Weird that I'm faster than he is. Did he not get his boots? No, he's got boots.
People only call prototypes unstable when they're scared. Steel always wins. Fuel.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Shut down. Rampage. Enemy killing spree.
Functions greater than
Yeah. Thought he already used his ult.
This is not a retreat, only a switchback. I shall grind their bones to dust beneath my wheels.
Shut down. Shut down.
They tried to decommission me, so I decommissioned them first.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
I was born of fear and weaned on hate.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Compassion lies
And that Yasuo is quite fed.
Your turret has been destroyed.
He will crush humanity beneath my wheels.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy is godlike.
Slave. I am wrapped to no one. With unmatched precision.
I hate the term synthetic. Which I know that's out of left field, but like, I'm pretty well. Oh, oh God. Yeah, but what I mean by that is like, I hate it when they're like, oh, this is like a synthetic fiber, or like, oh, this doesn't have synthetic chemicals in it. And it's like, what does that even mean? Like, does that just mean man-made? Like, it's one thing to say that something's man-made, and I feel like it's another, like, synthetic has like a different connotation, that like it wasn't made by nature, but like humans are nature. The things that we make are uh like nature, you know? I don't think it's fair to say something's synthetic. Also, right? I'm not too worried about GMOs. That seems to be the big thing that a lot of people are worried about is like GMOs. I'm not too worried about GMOs. I'm more worried about pesticides. Cause like, cause like 95% of our food is, uh, you know, doused in that Roundup weed killer pesticide bullshit, and that shit definitely causes cancer. So,
Your turret has been destroyed.
I mean, I guess it's saying that like, I don't know what the official scientific thing is, but like, I don't like the idea of all of our food being covered in pesticides. I'd much rather just have GMOs.
Shut down.
GMOs don't seem that bad in comparison. Don't do it, Thresh. He's bigger than you. Damn.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down. Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
Not even sure what to build at this point. I don't think it matters. Yesterday I had this like strawberry flavored cider. That was pretty good. I think it might be like locally made or something. It was nice. It's only got a few ingredients, though. Uh, I worry how much sugar is in there. That's another. I know I mostly just talk about problems, but that's what most of my life is. So a lot of our food is like really packed with too much sugar, and it's not good. Well, I mean, it tastes good. It's just not good for us. Supposedly, it's because of like, oh gosh. Supposedly, it's because back in like the 80s or whatever, there was a big trend for like fat-free food. Like American obesity rates had started to go up like drastically, so they were trying to figure out like what caused it, and for whatever reason, they latched on to fat being the cause, which like at first glance that makes sense, right? But like your body knows how to like process fat. What it can't really do is process like a shit ton of sugar. Like sugar is so energy dense, like as a food, it's really not ideal for you. But it makes food taste good. So anyway, there was like this big trend like in the 80s with like, oh, fat-free food. But here's the thing, right? Fat makes food taste good. So in order to make fat-free food taste better, they destroyed it with sugar. Not to say though that like fat is like good for you, but I'd say that fat is probably better for you. Like there are healthy fats. I don't know if it would be correct to say that there are like healthy sugars. I mean, you need some sugar, I guess. I don't know. Everything in moderation. If you're wondering about like what you need, talk to your doctor or get like a referral to a dietitian or whatever. Uh, or follow like your whatever like the guidelines are. Like read the label. Just read the label on the back of the shit you eat. Uh, Stuff, not shit. Don't eat shit. Uh, but yeah, so like in order to make fat-free food taste better, they just like destroyed it with sugar, and that just sent like American obesity rates even higher. And even now, like 40 years later, almost, we still haven't really learned. So you know, go easy on the sugar. The cider was good though. think maybe that is that the sound of like that's the sound of like people leaving uh the chat room from the last game, right? Nope. Mm, Shogath. Ugh. Mm. Uh, or God, I guess. Nasus mid, that seems a little strange, although I guess that can work out. Mm. I'm thinking maybe I want to rewatch the old Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire ones. It's been a while since I saw them, and they're all on Disney Plus, so maybe I'll watch them. Like looking back at it, like uh, obviously they were made before like superhero movies were like so prevalent in our culture. Excuse me. I'm a little sleepy today. It's a sleepy kind of day where I am. So it's cold in this room because of the fan. But yeah, they were products of their time. But like looking back at them, they really are like they are really good movies. Like even I even like the third one. Like it's not great, but I like it still. You know, Spider Man is probably my favorite superhero. Some of us like Spider Man before it was cool. Where's my chapstick? Do I have chapstick around here? Oh, somewhere over there. I'll get it later. But yeah, looking back, like the Spider-Man movies, I think that they really were like perfectly cast, honestly. Just like everyone, just about everyone does like a great job with their role.
Welcome to Summoner's
Like,
Rift.
I think probably the best casting decision in that movie was making Willem Dafoe Green Goblin. Like the way he's able to like sort of just like flip on the crazy is just like like it's perfect for that character, you know. Like Willem Dafoe got that. Willem Dafoe and Nicolas Cage, you know, they've both got the crazy switch that they can just turn on at any time. Although like Nicolas Cage is like funny crazy, and Willem Dafoe is like genuinely terrifying crazy. He's a good actor.
Anyone wants a piece of me? Line forms right here.
Mm, if I thought it would be, I don't know, maybe it would be fun. Maybe I'll try doing like a movie watch along stream or something for Spider-Man, since they're more easily watchable now. You know, I was looking on Disney the other day. I'm surprised that the first Spider-Verse movie isn't on Disney. I don't know if they've got like some sort of specific contract or whatever with Sony, but I don't know. It seemed it seemed like it would be on there. I know it was on Netflix at one point,
An enemy has
but
been
like even though those movies are made by Sony, you know, they have to be licensed by Marvel because Spider-Man. I don't know. Uh, anyway, Into the Spider-Verse is good. Good. All the Spider-Verses are good. Go watch them. Uh, get him, boy. Oh God.
enemy has been slain.
Well done. Oh God, it's a moo moo. Hey, you're gonna have to handle that on your own, my guy.
An enemy has been slain.
Let's go for Thornmail.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, but I've never done a movie watch along stream, so I might have to look into that. Maybe when maybe I'll do it as like a special, like when I hit like 10 followers or something. But other than that, I'm still researching like what games I want to stream next. Oh God. Dude, fuck me. Please.
You have slain an enemy.
Sorry, frick me. He's level 6. I still have a ways to go. He's just standing there, menacingly. Well, I don't think so. Oh, if I had my old... Oh.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Killing spree. Shut down.
Like, Set is playing defensively. He's probably just gonna try to farm up, so we gotta put a stop to that. Nope. Yeah, whoa, okay, there's a lot going on here. I want some too.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
See if we can take Rift Herald. wanted to eat that. Whatever. 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 I wanted to eat that. Hmm.
An enemy has been slain.
I seen a Moo Moo in a hot minute. There he is. Wow.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree. Shut down. Enemy double kill. Turret plating will fall soon.
Bam. Forgot to use my Rift Herald. Alright, we're on the upswing now.
Your team has destroyed
See if we
a
can
turret.
catch Set out in the open. I don't know why I'm not auto-attacking. Well.
Ally has been slain.
I wonder if it would have been better to get Merc Treads. Oh well.
Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Rampage.
I might be able to juke him.
Unstoppable.
Oh, that was worth it. Mm,
Dominating.
ah,
Ally has been slain.
that didn't go as planned. Oh, but we got some minions going in.
Shall.
Oh, damn, son. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Jin eating one. Yeah, that checks out.
Enemy has been slain.
It's crazy how big Cho'Gath gets. Like with his ult and shit. I think Cho'Gath's in need of like a... Like, I know he's had like a visual update. I think it's time for him to get like a visual rework though. My ult didn't work on him.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down. The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Through my work, you shall transcend.
Just realized I never even finished my Thorn Mail. I'm blanking hard today. Yep. Probably shouldn't have gone in.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
God, that fucking shield, it stops my ult.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Aced.
We win!
Victory!
There we go. There we go, we got our win. Okay. I think I'm gonna honor Jin. He was really good. Alright, so we got our win of the day. I think that's probably gonna be it for today. I'm gonna keep looking into what we're gonna do for our next like actual stream. Uh, but yeah, until then, thanks for listening or watching or however you're viewing this. And yeah, thanks again. Hope you have a good day. Happy Pride Month. Goodbye.